Measurements.
Okay, welcome to Arcanex episode. Wacko, what episode is it?
It is episode number 36.
36. Yeah.
36! Whooshy episode. Feels like it's been a while since I've had an episode, even though it's been the normal amount of time, I believe. Uh, we're back. I did. We've had some weird scheduling stuff going on the past, who knows? I don't know. It feels like it's been a little while, even though it hasn't been. But why don't we get started with our bye weeks here? I do have a topic planned for today, so I don't want to spend too much time on these, but I know you guys will have stuff to say. Wacko does at least.
A lot.
Yes.
Well, you have choices. You have options, don't you? You were saying earlier.
How about we just make a 3-hour long episode?
That would be.
Not gonna pretend like I don't have time for that.
This wouldn't be ideal to be a really long episode. I'll say that because I have a video that I'm working on that doesn't have to be done, but I want it to be done as soon as possible. I have something that does need to be done as soon as possible because it has a deadline. And in 2 weeks, I'm going to West Virginia, so I can't get any of the stuff done.
Whoa! Whoa! You're going to a place I've been before. This is a first.
Did you guys not see my mess? I guess I didn't. I make anyone aware. I think only Scone saw it. He was like the only guy that responded. But no, a buddy, or not a buddy of mine, my cousin, is going to West Virginia.
You're not friends with him. He's just your cousin.
Yeah. Well, I actually could have started that with a buddy of mine. A buddy of mine moved to West Virginia, and my cousin was gonna go there. Was gonna go there just to help him move and like go on a bunch of hikes and just see the guy again. And since I'm not too busy with work right now, unfortunately, I was the first person he thought to invite since I don't have to take 2 weeks off work. So I'm going to West Virginia for 2 weeks, like
2 weeks.
A week from now.
I wanna go. Can I just show up?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's only what? 10-hour drive for both of us or something like that? Probably more.
Hey Siri, directions to West Virginia.
Directions to West Virginia.
See, I know you heard me. I saw that Siri turned on. Why did you not answer the question?
This will be the furthest east I have ever gone from where I am. So that's a new
And
thing.
it will remain that
cool.
way until you come to my house.
Yeah.
Why won't West Virginia directions? It's only 6 hours away.
Oh, dang.
That's not bad.
It's not great.
That's true too.
It's about what it is for me. We could both make it. We could both make
No,
it.
I don't know where I'll be in West Virginia.
You don't know?
No, I'm just tagging along with my cousin. That's why he was gonna do
It's
this trip
amazing.
whether or not I'm coming with. So I'm just tagging along.
He's not actually taking you to West Virginia. He's taking you to Nova Scotia or something.
Oh boy. Yeah, I forgot that was gonna be a big reveal moment. For some reason, I thought since I said in Australia, everyone would just have that knowledge, even though it was just a single message. I didn't add everyone or anything. I just said it.
Guys, I'm going to West Virginia.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
That's when my phone died 2 years ago.
It is. It is. This is a thing that I remember, I think. I cannot confirm. Cool.
Wacko, you want to say your stuff?
Oh, I have like
Make your peace, Wacko.
6 things.
Yeah, we better get them started.
I have 6 things written down that I can go in any order. Would you like me to do funny stories, interesting stories, or stressful stories?
It's cool you have them them sorted out.
Organized.
Let's go with interesting stories first.
Okay, I have one interesting story, which this happened last Sunday. Not the past Sunday, but the one before that. I went to the beach for a day. I'm like 2-3 hours from the beach, depending on what beach you drive to. And the week before, I'd gone to a baby shower, and they were like, when I was there, I think I mentioned this on the podcast, I don't remember. But while I was there, they were like, hey, we should hang out more. Let's go to the beach. I was like, haha, yeah, that'd be cool. And like, yeah, let's go next week. Let's go next weekend. And I didn't think that was a real plan that was really serious until like 2 days before we left. They're like, hey, you still down? I'm like, wait, we're going to the beach? They're like, yeah, you coming? And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to the beach. Okay. So I went to the beach, and hold on, okay. Simon can't.
Was
Can
this
I
the thing
please
about?
tell?
Was this the thing about
Can
the
I-
redheads? Was this the thing I was there to hear about? Okay, yes, this was.
Can I please tell the thing that you forbidden me to talk about on Arcanex?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have to censor
So-
anything.
I don't, Wushi. I think you're in the know for this, but I've not said it in recording. I'm getting so uncomfortable in this chair. I have this coworker. Her name is Maddie. She's cool. She's 16. I'm 21. Her mom wants us to date. Neither of us want to date each other. There's a mutual understanding that we are not going out. But her mom wants us to date. And I think her sister wants us to date. I'm not sure. Her other sister definitely wants us to date. And my manager wants us to date. And he's friends with all of them. And me and Matt are just like, no. Stop. This is weird. Please stop. And so, like, Maddie's cool. I like hanging out with Maddie. I don't hang out with her a lot. I mostly at work. I've hung out with her twice outside of work now. But we were I was invited to the beach trip with her and her family. So it was her and her sister and her mom and her sister's son and my manager. And my manager knows their family. And we were both invited. And so we were like, okay, let's go to the beach. And there was too many people to fit in one car. So we took 2 cars. And instead of riding like 50-50, we split up evenly. They decided to put everyone in one car except me and Maddie would go in the other car alone. Ooh, because they're trying to set us up.
Oh, was that intentional?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice that part before.
I'm pretty sure it's intentional, because like other ideas of writing were suggested, especially by Maddie, because Maddie did not want to ride alone with me because she thought it would be awkward. But then like they were like, no, let's do it like this, it'll be fine. Like things were set up specifically so this had to happen. If we ridden into different cars, it wouldn't have happened. But they're like, no, we'll have to do these cars for no apparent reason, just because that's the way that they'll ride together. And then we did, and it was fine. Like I was like self-conscious, like this is gonna be awkward because they're trying to set us up. We both know they're trying to do it. It's gonna be awkward to be in a car alone with her for 2 hours there, 2 hours back. But honestly, it was fine. We just listened to music. We talked. It wasn't awkward at all. At least not for me. I don't think she thought it was awkward because, like, after the first stop, we were like, "Hey, we could switch off who's riding where." She was like, "Why?" I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess we don't have to." So like, she was fine with it too. After like, we both realized that we were both. It was fine. There was nothing awkward there. We were just friends, and it was cool. She's a great person to hang out with, but everyone else there is nuts. But the beach trip as a whole,
Gingers, am I right?
Gingers, yes. The beach trip as a whole was cool. We went to this old Confederate Fort Confederacy. We went to the beach, and it was March, so it was freezing, and I'm the only one who got in the water, and it was freezing. We went to, what was the last place? Oh, then we went to the aquarium. We went to the aquarium, and we did not stay there long. And then we went to eat, and then we went home, and then that was it. But it was nice. It was cool. It was relaxing, and the most weird thing is that when I went to the beach, I forgot to bring a towel. I was like, oh, I can't get in the water. I didn't bring a towel, and my manager was like, oh no, I have one. You can use it. And I was like, oh okay. And then I got in the water, and it was very cold, so I got out immediately, and then I used his towel, and like I used this towel to dry off, and then I carried it to my car, and then I changed clothes in my car, and I left the towel there, and then I brought it home and I washed it, and I was like, I'll just bring it back to my manager at work, and he's like, no, I don't want it. You dried off naked. You can keep it, and I'm like, I've washed it. It's your towel. I don't want your towel. He's like, no, it's your towel. Keep it, and he's refusing to take his towel, so it's just been in the back of my car for like 2 weeks now because he won't take it, but I will not keep it. It's going to go to him at some point.
Interesting story.
There's my beach story.
You have organized them quite appropriately there.
I forgot that happened. I don't remember how, like, as I was like, oh, I wonder what I did this week. Oh yeah, I did do that. That was a big thing. Like, it took like a day to do, and it was cool. It was fun. I had to cancel other plans. I was like, beforehand I was stressing because I had like 3 other things that I could have done, or no, 2 other things, 3 total, and I didn't really want to go to the beach. Well, I like going to the beach to be fine, but I didn't want to miss the other things. But then I technically also agreed to go to the beach when I thought it was a joke. So then I felt like I should, and then I didn't know. And also I felt like if I didn't go, I don't know. It was a bunch of stuff, but I went anyway. But it was cool. It ended up being fun. I'd do it again.
You won.
I won?
I don't know. I thought you said that somewhere in there.
I might have. Who she no,
I don't recall.
if I said
you
that.
won insofar as you survived.
I did survive, sadly.
Wow.
All right, let's hear the funny stories now.
Okay. I have 2 funny stories. One of these, I don't know if I've told you guys. I've told someone, and then I was like, I don't know if it's appropriate to say an Arcanex. And like, you should. You definitely should. But it makes me look like an idiot slightly. But I'll say it anyway. So I'm gonna preface this by saying that I don't understand how crushes work. I've never had a crush on anybody. And if you guys remember, I kept asking you guys on Discord. I was like, what's a crush? How do you know you have a crush? like 5-6 months ago, when I was around women every day, and I was like, why don't I have a crush? I feel like that's a normal thing to have. I don't have one. Why don't I have one? And it turns out I think I'm just probably too autistic to get crushes. It doesn't comprehend in my brain.
Is that a thing?
So, I guess. I don't know what else. I'm too stupid to understand it, apparently. But, one, like if I could, like, say, like, oh, I recognize that person's attractive. And not even, like, conventionally attractive, but, like, I find them attractive. I just don't consider that a crush. Because, like, I'm not nervous. And I don't feel the need to, like, ask you out. I just think, oh, that person looks attractive. And, I'm going to call for my cousin. Speaking of cousins, that's going to come back.
Cameron?
I have this one cousin. She's a step cousin, technically not related to her.
It's this.
And like, I never ask her out. I don't know her very well. Like, I don't know her very well. I've never asked her out. I'm not really that into her. I've just always thought, oh, she's kind of cute, and that was it. But if randomly, probably like once a year, I'd make a joke about it, where I'd go, I'm really into my hot cousin, because I think it's funny and it makes me look like an idiot. But then, like, the truth is, like, I'm not really into her. She's not technically related to me, and I don't think she's hot. She's just kind of cute. But I made this joke once at a Waffle House a few weeks ago. And then it turns out that the lady working at Waffle House knows my cousin. And I'm terrified that she's going to tell her what I've said and ruin Thanksgivings forever. And I know, I hope that if anything happens, that I can, like, clear this up by just going, it was a joke, I'm kidding. But I really hope it doesn't happen.
Waka, this is why when you say the joke, I'm really into my hot cousin, you refer to a fictional person that you've made up.
That's I should be. That would make more sense.
Like Cameron.
What? Cameron's the one that just called me, actually. He wants to go to the beach in, like, a few weeks. and I'm like, oh, maybe, I don't know.
This will be the sequel.
Hopefully Maddie doesn't go, because if Maddie goes, he's going to, like, harass her.
Yeah.
I want to clarify, not sexually harass. He's just going to hate on her and bully her. I need to specify that.
See another funny story.
Anyway.
The other one.
Okay, I can ask this. I get one more. Well, I can do that funny story. Yeah. So you guys know I like to look stupid at work.
Yeah.
And there's this one lady there. Her name is Kaylee, and she used to work there years ago, and she worked there for a long time. And then she quit and moved away, and she came back a while back, and she she moved back. She staying in town for a week or two, or whatever. And so she messaged my boss, like, hey, I'm in town. Can I just work for a week or something? He was like, yeah, sure. So he just put her on the schedule, and she came into work for a week, and she quit again. Right? That was it. Wasn't anything. Wasn't a big deal. But I introduced her. I was introduced to her for the first time. Saw her for a week. Didn't see her again. Done. And during that time, she quickly figured out who I was and how stupid I am. 'Cause it was probably the second or third day she meets me. She's like, Corbin, can I ask you a question? And can you promise not to get offended? And I'm like, yeah, I don't get offended by questions. And when she asked me that, I knew what she was gonna ask. I knew what question it was gonna be. And then she goes, Corbin, are you gay?
Oh, like, that's not what I thought.
I knew that was what she was gonna ask. And I was like, no, I am not gay. I can certainly say I do not believe that I am. And I was like, why do you think I'm gay? And she's like, I don't know. You just seem flamboyant. You seem gay. And I'm like, okay, let's get other people's opinion on this. And so for the rest of the night, I would randomly go up to different customers and be like, hey, do you think I'm gay? And then they would look at me, and then they would laugh a little bit and go, no, I don't think you're gay. And I'd be like, thanks a lot, man. And I walk away. And I did this a handful of times throughout the night in front of this coworker. And every time she was like, oh my gosh, please don't ask them. Oh, please do not. And it was so funny every time. Basically, and she got so embarrassed, and it was hilarious. And then at the end of the night, we're packing up, closing shop. And I'm talking to her, and she's like, I'm so sorry that I asked you that. I didn't mean to offend you. And I'm like, you did not offend me. I got to look stupid all night. That was amazing. That's my goal. If I can look stupid and make people laugh, I've succeeded. And it happened all night because of that question. So thank you. And she's like, oh, okay. And I hope I've left a lasting impression on that lady.
So your goal is essentially to make everyone regret asking you questions.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool.
And I encourage it.
Yeah. I don't like people assuming things about me. Well, not necessarily assume that I'm gay. I don't mean like that. I mean if they're like, oh, he probably does this or hates this people or whatever, or they accuse me of oh, you don't work hard or whatever, and I don't say whatever you want about me that's true. If you're like, oh, that guy's fat, okay, I don't think I'm fat, but if you think I'm fat, that's fine. If you're like, oh, that guy's annoying, that guy's stupid, don't care. But if you're I don't know, if you're accusing me of doing a thing or not doing a thing, or that I think is untrue, and I'm I feel like you just accused me of a lie, I don't like that. But I will gladly make myself look stupid, and you can think that I'm stupid all you want. It does not. I don't care. I don't know. I understand who I am well enough that I don't care if you think that I'm stupid or think that I'm, I don't know, childish. I don't care. I know who I am. I like who I am, and it's funny.
That's I have a story that will add to that subject. This is my bye week, so we're gonna take a break from Wacko's bye week. We're gonna come back and hear about his stressful stories next.
Yay! Good. We'll get all the fun stuff out the way at the start.
Yeah. So I have two stories because in the past two, or not, just last weekend, I went down. I went to because that's where. Actually, I should censor that out. I'm not gonna dox my buddy Nick, but I went to visit my buddy Nick, and the cool. Let me figure out my words. Okay, I went to visit my buddy Nick because he's. I went to visit my buddy Nick because he's working on something really, really cool. He's doing a cool show, and I played 2 characters for it. So that's what I got up to. And I'm not gonna say what it is. He makes fun of me a lot for being so secretive about a project, but I'm gonna be secretive about his project just in case. But to put it just to condense everything into the funny part of the story. We'll skip to the part where I'm getting a prosthetic chin put over my beard, so I look clean shaven. So as I'm getting this prosthetic chin applied, and this is our very first time doing this, so it was a fun experience. But as I'm laying on the floor, getting all these materials glued to my face, I get a call from my dear friend Wacko, and I couldn't make out a single word he was saying. I don't know if he could make out a single word I was saying. We had like EDM music blaring or something, but that was a really perfect timing on Wacko's part, because Wacko does have my phone number now, and he'll do that thing where he randomly calls people.
I was doing that before we started recording, actually.
That wasn't even the story I was gonna mention. That story is just that Wacko called us while we were getting prosthetics put on, and that's really funny. The story that I want to mention is we all brought costumes, and this is something we've done before. We all brought funny little costumes to wear. I dressed up as Charlie Brown, and so we had Charlie Brown, Kyle from South Park, Batman, and Robin. And we had a sign that says, "We will dance for money and food." And then we went outside at night, outside the bars where all the drunk people are, and we danced for money and food. And this wasn't the first time we had done this, but something that you really notice is that as they're walking into the bar, they hate you and they want you dead. They're giving you the middle finger, and they're cursing you out and all that. And as they're walking out of the bar, you're on top. Everybody loves you. But that was a fun little thing. Yeah, something that I noticed. I think I've gotten very desensitized to acting stupid, because as we were getting flipped off and cursed out. What's the word for that?
What?
As people were getting mad at us, I don't know. I felt nothing. I felt nothing. I just kept dancing, and it was really, it was very strange.
Well, you weren't alone, for one thing.
I wish I was there. I'd love to have people yell at me.
Yeah, we didn't get that many people, and there was also a lot of people that absolutely loved it. So that's sort of just, we made $6. Last time we made $20, but we made $6, and we spent half of it on a green drink. It was a drink, and it was green.
Well, keep talking. I'm gonna go see what my dog needs. He's barking outside. I'll be right back.
Okay. Nothing else notable happened. I think I forgot how to talk since our last episode. Simon Cat, do you have a fun story?
So, I was reminded of something that the whole Wacko randomly calling you thing. I was reminded of a story. For me it's more so Ventus. Like there was a point where it was at least a couple, like 2 to 3 days a week, Ventus would just call me. Sometimes it was like in the morning, which I'm surprised he was not doing something at that time, but one time I was just hanging out with Spaghetti and the rest of those boys, and they Ventus called it, and I left my phone somewhere on the side of the room, and all of a sudden you just start hearing the Canadian national anthem as the ringtone. They're like, you're gonna get airstriked by Canada. What's going on? I was like, yeah, it's just the Canadians. I basically treated it like George treats anything anytime he has to go to the bathroom or something. It's like they're after me. I think I did actually answer Ventus too.
Yeah, I always do make an effort to answer Wacko when I can. I haven't missed a call yet, I don't think.
You missed the call today.
You called me today?
Yeah, I was like, I wonder where they're at. Can we do Arcanex? And I called Simon again and he didn't answer.
On my phone?
Wait, you called me too?
Yes!
Wait, how did we both not notice this?
I need to look at this right now. I need to verify. If there's no missed call, I'm not going to believe you.
At 6:59, I called. I can't say that name, but I called it.
I don't have any notifications.
Oh, dang.
I don't believe you.
Oh, dang, you did.
I can show you on my phone, but you can't show my camera right there. Right there. See? And then right down there. That's Simon Cat.
Yeah, I didn't think to put
Yeah.
your real name in my context.
That's also my real name.
Your first and last name is Wacko.
Well, no, look, I put Wooshi YouTube.
that is grossly
I got your
misspelled.
birthday in there. That's not misspelled. I asked for clarification when I spelled it.
No. How did you get my first name so? That's what my name is.
I've never
Australia.
seen. I've never. Wait, did you just copy Australia? Wait. I've been Jack in Australia for the past
I asked you to spell it for me.
4 weeks and I don't entirely understand it.
Wacko, if you asked me to spell out my name and I told you that, I was lying to you.
Well,
okay. That was a fun, brief little intermission, Wacko. Why don't you tell us your stressful stories?
What's Simon Cat? Did he have any?
He told a story. He had the Canada story.
Yeah.
Unless he has more.
I don't. Of all
not.
weeks, I do not
I
want to talk
don't.
about my bye week this week.
You don't?
That's good.
So
we have another
carry on.
topic
Is
to
it too personal,
get
or?
to. It's fine.
No, I'm interested.
Wacko.
Well, okay,
Carry
when I don't
on.
want to talk about my bye week, it's because it's boring.
Well, okay, I guess. So this week or these couple weeks have been like very stressful because of two main things have been making them stressful. One is that I've been driving a lot just because like different people have been asking for rides and I've been going different places, and I had like my great grandfather passed away. Fun fact. It's fine. But because of that, my grandmother has been busy dealing with all that stuff. And so she off to pick my sister from school, and now I'm picking my sister up from school. And so my sister goes to school like 20, 30 minutes away from where I work. So I'm having to... What the heck? Why did my phone just start a FaceTime call with nobody, then end itself? What the heck was that? Anyway, I've been like having to leave work early to drive the 30 minutes to go pick her up from school, then drive back and get her lunch and then bring her home. And because of that, I'm wasting a lot of gas money to do that, and then I'm also getting less hours at work because I have to leave work early. And then I'm also having to give people rides from like my other job, the diner job. The people ask me to drive them to work, and so I'm doing that. And so I'm driving a lot, so I'm making less money because I'm having to get off work early, and I'm having to drive people around more, and so I'm wasting money on gas. And so it's really dumb and it's really bad. It's stressing me out a lot, and because I'm stressed out a lot, and I'm like always busy at nights and mornings, and I'm like always doing something. I'm like, hey, I should take some time off to like not make myself want to die. And then when I do that, I'm taking more time away from actually going to work. And so it's like, if that's not great, if I have bills to pay, and it's just stressing me out. And then a bunch of people are asking for my time, basically. I have this one guy who says that I'm basically the only person he knows, like, at all. And he's like, hey, you're basically like the only guy I know. We should be friends. You want to hang out sometime? And I'm like, that's cool. And I've hung out with him like twice. But like I don't have a lot of time to find to hang out with him. And then I've my buddy Haley from work, who doesn't even work there anymore. So I don't even see her at work. So I only see her if I like go out of my way to like call her. And I called her like yesterday, and we were just talking, and we were just because I was bored. And like then I went to go see her boyfriend Sammy, and I was talking to Sammy, and Sammy told me a lot of personal stuff that I can't repeat because it was personal. And now I have that on my mind, and it's just a lot of stuff happening. And then to top it all off, something technically happened, and it stressed me out a lot because I've mentioned this on the podcast. I had a girlfriend for 5 days. I work with her. She's very into me. I asked her out. We went out for 5 days. I moved too fast. I thought she moved fast. She thought I moved too fast. Different ways because we have different priorities. And then we broke up, and that was it. And like, I'm not happy with a lot of the things that she did. She's probably not happy with a lot of things that I did. And so I have things against her. I don't hate her though, because I don't like hating people. I like actively do not like it, and that's gotten me some problems with a lot of people that I probably should hate but don't. But we're at work. We work together just fine. We have no problem at work. There doesn't cause any problems. I don't want to like hang out with her outside of work, because if we're not close, I don't want to be close. But work's fine. It's not a problem. But last week, Jesse, stop barking. This is very bad timing. Shut up. Anyway, last week, she didn't have a ride home, and so another coworker gave her a ride home. And they went to like grab like fast food or something before they went home, and that's fine. I don't care. I was like, but like that coworker, I don't trust very much. So I'm like, I don't trust him. I hope everything's okay. And then they went home, and then he took her home, not his home. Anyway, end of confrontation. I was like, that's weird. I wonder if I should be thinking about this a lot. Maybe I'm concerned over nothing. Maybe I shouldn't be thinking about it because it's not important. But then, the next day, I'm at work with that coworker. I'm talking to him, and he's like, hey, I went out to dinner with this girl last night. I'm like, yeah, I know. You guys left work. I saw you guys leave work together. It's just fine. And he's like, don't worry. We didn't talk about you a lot. Because he knows that we went out for a few days. And I was like, okay, I don't need to know that you didn't talk about me. That's cool, though. And then an hour later, he goes, well, we did talk about you in this area. She said this. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then an hour later, we did talk about you about this. And she said that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And an hour later, oh, we did talk about you. And I'm like, okay, so you did talk about me. You can't say you didn't talk about me. You lied. You did talk about me a decent amount. And then, which is fine. I don't, like, he was saying things like, were getting under my nerves. But it's like, whatever. I don't see her outside of work. We're not close friends. She can say whatever she wants. She don't have to like me. I don't have to like her. Doesn't matter. And then, a couple days later, I'm at work again. And he's not there. But my ex is there. It's me and my ex and some other people working. And, someone asks her, and they ask her, and they're like, hey, can I just be straight up? Are you going out with this guy? Because he's acting like you guys are dating. And she goes, no, we're not. And why would he act like we are? And then she starts talking about like weird stuff that he's done and said. And I'm standing there, and like, turns out that most of the things he's told her about me aren't true. And most of the things that he's told me about her also aren't true. So a couple days before, when he's telling me that she said this about me and she said that about me, they weren't true. And he's just trying to like cause drama between us for some reason. And that sucks. Cause like I don't care if it's like, I don't care if most of it's true. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to get like close to her or anything. So she could say all these things and it wouldn't matter. But like, if she's not saying them, but he's lying about it, he's trying to start stuff, and I don't like that because I liked him. Like, we hung out a couple times, And I like, we're not close, but like we hung out after work a couple times, and it was like that's fun. And now he's doing like I didn't trust him beforehand. I thought he had done some shady stuff, but now it's at the point where like this is a guy actively doing things that against me to make my life worse. I feel like I should hate him, and I shouldn't want to work with him, and this and that and the other. But then like I don't like that because I don't like hating people. I actively don't like hating people, so I don't want to. But then also, I liked hanging out with him outside of work. He's one of the few people that I have hung out with outside of work. So I don't want to lose that friend. But also, I feel like he's not even my friend if he's doing these things behind my back. And then, like, I'm stressing out, and then I'm thinking about all these different people and everything that everyone's told me. And I'm like, what if everyone else is lying to me about all these other things that they've said? What if everything I've always been told is a lie? And then I'm stressing out and panicking. And I had completely that night. I completely crashed out and was like literally crying because I'm like tearing myself apart. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to trust. I don't want to be around anyone right now. And it messed with me a lot. And I just broke down and I didn't know what to do. And so like I'm stuck where like I'm actively trying to be a good person. Like being a good person is always on my mind. When people are like, I need to ride home from work, I'm like, yeah, I'll give you a ride home from work. Like that night, because I knew my ex. I knew that she didn't have a ride a few days ago because this other coworker took her home. That's when everything happened. And so that night, when we talked about all this, she started crying, and I gave her a hug. I was like, "Do you need a ride home? Do you have a ride home?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have a ride home." And so like, this is a person that I don't like her, right? I have issues with her. I don't want to be around her. But like, if she needs a ride home and she's crying in front of me, I'm going to offer her a ride home. Because that's who I am. I'm trying to do the best thing possible. I'm going to go do the 30-minute drive to pick my sister up from school every day. Even though that's costing me a lot of money and getting me off work. It's better than my dad getting off work to do it because he needs the money more. And so, like, this is just, I'm trying to do the best thing that I can in every moment and every day. And then you have other people like that who are actively making decisions to try to hurt other people and make their lives worse, I guess for his own entertainment. And it baffles me. And then I've just been stressing about that for so like a lot recently, and I'm like, I don't know what to do about any of it, and I haven't talked to him in a bit because I've been working a bit because I like took this week off for other reasons, but I'm gonna see him when I go back to work Sunday. What am I gonna say Sunday when I see him? Do I say nothing? Do I act like nothing happened? Do I confront him? I have no idea, and I'm so stressed about everything because of this, and I don't know.
So
it's just a lot.
This is a lot to take in, and processing information has never been my strong suit, nor has articulating words. But there was one thing that stood out that I think I can comment on here, and that is that I think the fact that you do not feel any need to feel hatred towards someone is a good thing. I don't think having genuine hatred for someone is ever a healthy thing, even if they're actively wronging you, and that doesn't mean you gotta like everyone, but I feel like having hatred for someone is very just sticks in your mind, and it's just another thing you think about constantly that just messes with your head and ruins your mood all the time and just makes you a generally less happy person. So that's the fact that you don't feel any need for that is a good thing. It doesn't mean you should like him, but it means you shouldn't hate him.
Well, to add on top of that, the other people who are not necessarily doing anything to you right now, but you also don't want to necessarily be around, but even then you still offer them things that they may need is a very great combinational trait with that.
Like, they're like okay. There's so many people that I know, and so many people have like good and bad traits. My friend Bentley. I think I mentioned her on the show. I don't know if I can say this is the show, but I think I mentioned her on the podcast because we were hanging out for a bit, and she's cool. I have no problems with her, but like, she knows some of my family, and she has some problems with some of my family. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Some of my family does suck. Some of these family members are very nice on the surface, but then they're not as great once you get to know them more, and they do some pretty bad stuff. And I've talked to her about this because she knows them, and she's like, has no reason to think they're good because she's not related to them, right? But I am related to them, so I feel like I should be friends with them, and they're all nice to me, and I'm like, I should be nice back, and I am nice back. But then like, they do all these shady stuff, and like, maybe they're not good people. And then, you know, Haley, I've called Haley on the show. I love Haley. Haley's awesome. I want to hang out with her all the time because she's fun. She's not fun, actually. She's very boring. She's fun to pick on. She's down to do stupid stuff. But like, I've heard a lot of stuff about her from a lot of people, and like, I don't know if it's true. It might not be, but like, you know, about my ex, I've heard a lot of things about my ex, specifically from that one guy who's trying to lie to me apparently, and I don't believe most of it. And like, you're going to hear bad stories about everyone, no matter who they are, because like, no one's perfect. But like, you hope that at least, even if no one's perfect, at least everyone's trying their best. And yeah, maybe there's a time where they're under too much stress that like they crack. I've done that. I've had multiple times at work where I like have hit a breaking point and just like break down, and I'm like, I can't anymore. There was one night where I was yelling about a mop. I think I might have mentioned this on Arcanex, I don't remember, but I was like actively yelling about a stupid mop being switched, and it was so dumb. But like, I had enough at that point. And when there's like I can probably count like on my hand the amount of people, like on one hand, the amount of people that I know are good people who are trying their best every day and work hard, and then like everyone else I know has big obvious flaws, and not like flaws, but like they're actively choosing to do things that aren't good, you know. And like, I try to look over that, because like, yeah, everyone has problems, but you'd hope that everyone's trying their best, and I don't think everyone is, at least not right now. And maybe that's just the point that I am right now, that I'm being negative, and I don't like being negative, but I don't have anywhere else for my brain to go right now, so whatever.
Yeah, as far as being stressed about being surrounded by specific people, like, it's weird because I can't say I'm familiar with being in a situation where you just don't like people, but you do like some other people in that same group. Like I don't have experience with that, so I don't really know what I would do. But I mean I know some of us in our group have opinions about that, but I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just like, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot recently about like over the past couple of days of what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and I think like there's too many things that I could be doing. You know, I could be working on videos. I could be joining Discord. I could be hanging with Bentley or Haley, or going to work or whatever. And I have to like choose what I prioritize, when I prioritize it, how I prioritize it, and I don't like that. And I'd like to prioritize everyone, but you're kind of required to like judge things, say this is more important, this is less important, and that means you have to like choose what people you're willing to spend time, like your valuable, precious time, hanging out with. And I don't like that, but I have to do that, and that means I have to figure out what people I want to hang out with more. And I hate that.
That I definitely feel, and it's always something that's hard to address to somebody else, because on the surface the problem just sounds like, I just have so many friends and I don't know, you know. That's
yeah,
how it comes
what
off.
it is.
It's a really hard issue to address, but no, I've definitely been in that place where there's just so many people that want to want to talk to me, friendships that I want to maintain, and that kind of stuff. But then I also need the right amount of this doesn't apply for everyone, but I need the right amount of time to myself to actually process my thoughts and do that, so I'm not just like a social zombie just going like yeah, to everything.
Okay,
so I need some time by myself. I need some time with everyone. It's a hard thing to manage.
I guess I can talk about this because this happened like months ago, but there's this in 2023 when I met this whole group on that one trip. I also simultaneously met this other cool group that I would classify as in person, even though we met on a trip and we all live very far away from each other. And it's a great fun group dynamic when on the 1 to 2 weeks of the year where we're all together, and we even made a cool group chat to actually keep up and actually hang out, even though we live very far away, in much the same way that we do. Problem is, we have this like tradition thing that was passed down to us from just the nature.
Passed down from generation.
Okay, well, no. What I'm trying to say is once a week, one day a week, we all say like this one phrase that's like that's very much related to the trip we went on, and the problem is no one says anything else ever. That's
it's like you're like keeping up like a Snapchat streak.
I guess.
You're not
like no.
You're not like actively talking with people.
Like as far as I'm aware, none of these people who don't already live nearby to each other actually hang out online, which is weird because I thought that was maybe I misunderstood that was the point of the group chat, that we would actually talk. It's a little confusing, to say the least.
That's just I feel like that's just something that happens where you meet someone at some sort of getaway where the only way you'll get to talk to them again is like through that, and then you'll sort of like, yeah, I'm enjoying being with this person, we're gonna do the group chat and we're gonna keep going, it's gonna be really fun, and then you just kind of get home and you don't know what to say. And then that just goes on day after day.
That is kind of what happens, because then the next year goes by and we're finally all together again, and it's great again, and then we all go home again. And it just repeats like that. So the one guy in it who I'm closest to, I tried to I was like, we should do this weekly calls thing where we hang out, and then he started, and there were some times that he couldn't make it, so I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm still gonna do the call, but that group is less like this one where I actually know basically almost everyone very well, and I can talk to everyone. This is more so like I know half the people. So the one person who was able to make it at that time at a certain like joined right away, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to mute and wait for this other guy who I know to show up, and because I didn't know he couldn't make it yet, And eventually he texted me and said he couldn't make it. I was like, oh, okay. I guess we're not doing the call tonight. Because then the other person who did join was like, all right, I will also sit in silence. And it was weird.
Yeah.
And that happened like months ago. But yeah.
See, my solution to this is instead of having friends that you have to find time to hang out with, you have friends that you hang out with at specific times anyway, right? Where like, you know, like on Discord, you know, every night, used to at least, I join Discord every night, edit videos, hang out with you guys. And so I'd have to like find time to hang out with you. It was like, oh yeah, every night, gonna get on Discord, gonna edit this video, gonna hang out with you guys. And then it was, oh, every Wednesday I'm going to this game night, I'm gonna hang out with Jeffrey and Nick and whatever. Every Sunday I'm going to this Amcard thing at the park and hang out with these guys. And like, that was how it was. And so, like, yeah, maybe there's like one or two times where like we've planned a specific thing where like, oh, it's not on those days, but it's on a Saturday I'm gonna get up early and we're gonna watch cartoons, or not early, but I'll get on Discord at a time I usually don't get on to watch cartoons or whatever it might be, and I'm just doing things that like are out of the blue for some cool plan, and that's cool, sporadic, whatever. But like on most weeks, most days, it is every week. This time I'll hang with them. This time I hang with them. That way you don't have to like find time to. You don't have to find time to see a friend. You're gonna see them that time anyway. And I like that for the most part, but it doesn't always work. Cause like, you know, some people don't want to go play the same game at the same coffee house every week. You know, recently I've been working night shift. I can't get on Discord every night, so I don't see you guys as much. And so, I don't know. I have to like actually at this point I have to physically find time for everything, and there's just too many people so often that like I don't know. I feel like I've even like a few weeks ago I feel like I was seeing people more, and then like now I feel like I see nobody.
Yeah, it definitely fluctuates as well, but in general, a lot of us are at the point now where we're just getting busier and busier schedules, which is the biggest thing that gets in the way of the more flexible approach where we don't really have to coordinate and schedule and think about it too much.
I really need to learn to like like get better with editing and talking to you guys at the same time, because it never registers whenever I've tried. I always just end up either I always just end up like getting distracted and not editing. That would be a very valuable thing to learn, to sort of just like hang out, like not feel the need to like pitch in all the time if I'm invested in editing, but I still get to sort of be present. Because then that's sort of two time-consuming things, like maintaining friendship and editing. That's two birds at the same time. Just a quick time save. It's helpful to learn.
Yeah, I of course I don't like doing that. I mean, I say that, and I'm probably not going to really stop doing that, even though I edit so much slower and it's harder to focus. I'll still do it, although this is it's usually why I prefer when we're the times when we're like sometimes it's great for a lot of us to be in call and working on stuff at the same time, and it's also great to have times where we're not all working on something as well.
No, there is a good balance. I mean, because I love when none of us are doing something, we'll just be like, hey, want to play Gartic Phone, want to play this or that or whatever. Like, that's great.
And then I stop editing when we do
that. That's necessary.
That's usually what happens.
There's just something really chill about everybody silently in the call, working on their thing. You know, I was just talking about how I got to get better with calling and editing. I had a pretty successful one the other day. It was just me, Smash Max, and sometimes Spiffy, and we were just working our stuff. We both have videos that we're working on, and a lot of us do right now. But I just got to sort of be there with him, and there was no pressure for either of us to say anything, because we both had this mutual understanding of I'm working on my thing. But then occasionally we could pitch in and talk about what we were doing, and it's really fun. Sort of being able to socialize in that way, because something that's really underappreciated about making your stuff is the aspect of just how rewarding and exciting it is to make something that looks cool, and just to be able to talk about that as it happens is really cool, especially with this current video. I've got my current video and I'm doing a lot of really cool special effects stuff, and it's really, really, really fun just being able to talk about that as I was doing that.
I've I have great memories of last year, just scrambling to get videos out before I had to leave for all the big summer stuff last year. Which was what a lot of us were doing, really. So we were all just in call scrambling to get our stuff done, and occasionally Wacko would say, "This is the coolest edit I've ever done."
Yeah, I love that. That's a great environment. You just need the right amount of everything. But
and then like it paid off because we all like released videos in the same week, and then 2 games happened like next week.
I love those random weeks where like everyone had something dropping. That was my Mario Kart video was in one of those. And a bunch of other stuff. I hope we all finish our current projects around the same time too. That'd be really cool. But unfortunately, there's going to be a 2-week period where I cannot work on anything, which is both going to be a great break from everything I'm worrying about right now, and also going to be make the worrying worse because I can't work at it. But yeah, I'm just going to enjoy it.
Have you guys seen The Office?
Some of it.
I know what it is.
You know how it ends?
No.
Well, it ends with a lot of stuff happening. But there's a quote how it ends. And this one guy, I forget who said it. Basically, there's a line in The Office, and it goes that you wish you knew you were in the good old days before you were out of them. And I had heard that quote, and then, last year and even the year before that, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I think I'm in the good old days. I think going to school, going to work, whatever, coming home and hanging out with the boys online, editing videos all at the same time, this is the good old days. And I was trying to appreciate it as much as possible. And at this point, when like everyone's getting too busy and no one's online, me not making videos anymore, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I recognized that when I did. And I didn't take it for granted. I tried to be very humble and very appreciative about it. And like, I think there's a lot that you can get out of a Discord friendship that you can't get elsewhere. At least for me, where like, if I like call a friend and say, hey, come visit, let's hang out. They come over, then like I have to sit there and hang out with them. Where like, if I'm on Discord, I can hang out with Wushi, but I can also play Mario Odyssey and talk to Wushi. I can be editing a video and talk to Wushi. I can join and do I can be like cooking dinner or cleaning or editing not editing, but like sorting files out on my computer. And Wushi's just in call talking about something. So like, I can't do that in person because it would be so much more awkward for me to like be on my computer doing stuff while like Wushi's sitting on my bed being like, so what you want to do while I'm over? You can't do that. It doesn't work. But Discord allows like me to do that, and I like that I can do that. And I've always liked that. For like like a lot of you guys were like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we all like lived in the same neighborhood and we could hang out and come over? And I'm like, that would be cool, but like, it wouldn't be the same. It would miss out on a lot of things that I liked about this relationship. That's a weird word to say, but
that is a good point, actually.
I like the way things were.
No, there's absolutely benefits to both, and it creates different dynamics and new the funny stories you have with each other formulate very differently over a Discord call as it would but there are funny stories over Discord calls that do get created. It's just different. But no, there's a lot of value in having friends that you only know online. Now, it would still be absolutely amazing to meet up with you guys. I would love
meetups are
that.
still
That would be a
fun, but-
fantastic, amazing time, and it's going to happen eventually. But to have people that there's just not any pressure to be, do a certain thing or be a certain way, but you just hop in and you just kind of exist for a while. Sometimes you have a lot to say, sometimes you don't. That's great. That there's something special about that.
Yeah. You guys are like family. I think I said this last episode. But you guys are like family. I don't gotta like think about you guys. That feels mean to say, but like I could like see you guys every day and then like go a week without seeing you, and I pop back in and it just like you fit right in.
It's just-
I don't gotta
yeah.
like find time or whatever. I just like you guys are always there if I need you.
Yeah, we're comfortable around each other.
I would so change clothes in front
I would look away.
of you. I would also look away if someone did that.
All right, you guys want to
See,
get
like-
into my special
Yeah.
topic?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're only an hour in. What's your special
Yeah,
topic?
I don't think we have to spend too long on this, but it's something that I want. This is something that I wanted to do for myself mainly. I don't really care if you guys participate.
Play
But
Arctic phone?
no.
Aw.
I guess I'll start this off with a question. This is gonna be one of those classic Arcanex isms where we come back in another episode and revisit.
Oh. Oh.
But we're just gonna start out with a simple.
The
question
thing we've
here.
done like one or two times. where
Well, I
I
Go.
didn't mean to push that button.
Oh, there he is.
I'm back. I didn't mean to push that button.
What did you mean to push?
I don't know. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, we're doing the thing again. This is gonna be a really rewarding show to watch in a few years, but we're doing the thing again. But before I get into that, before I propose this idea, I have one question for you guys. Do you have any skills that you don't really know much of anything about that you think would be really, really cool, that you've always wanted to learn, that would be incredibly helpful for you in your art and what you want to do?
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Give me one. Give me one that really stands out.
No.
Okay.
Music. Just music, composing.
Okay, good. Wacko.
Playing.
I want to know where this is going first.
Wacko,
I'm scared.
tell me your thing.
Well, there's one specific thing that I want to learn, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil what I'm.
Well, then say something else.
Yeah, that's fair. Say something else.
Art.
Art,
I wanna learn
awesome.
more
Art,
about how to
I
make
can
art.
I can help you with that, and that's really cool. My thing is also music, and I've gotten a better understanding of how that works as of recently. I feel like I'm in a better place to sort of start learning once I buy like a cheap keyboard. So I would like to make a proposal to you guys. I think that we should start.
You're getting married?
Yeah, I'm getting married. I think that we should start as soon as we possibly can, learning these skills. And the next Wuxi episode, a year from now, we're gonna revisit it and we're gonna go over what we learned over the past year, and this will push us to learn these skills
I do like
And-
this.
and give us a reason, because we want to have something to show for next year's episode.
Can I change what skill it is now that you've said what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in that case I'm
Wuxi video or Arcanex video?
This is for
Arcanex.
the next Wuxi
Yeah.
episode of Arcanex after a year passes. The next
Yeah.
episode that is mine.
Okay.
I would definitely switch it to Blender, to 3D modeling, because
Dude,
that
I
isn't that category where I've at least done significantly more. Just
I can help you out with Blender.
yeah.
I've helped people with Blender before, and I've got people to make pretty good stuff. You just have to be patient with me knowing every single keyboard shortcut. So just, if you don't know what I'm doing, just point that out, because I forget that it's not normal to people.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I can help you with Blender.
I mean, the reason I say that is because one, I'm more interested in it, and two, it's something that I can wrap my head around far easier than music. Because actually, I think I don't know if I've said this before, but if I'm just watching YouTube randomly, I watch a lot of music theory videos. I just watch them and it's like, oh, this is cool. I find this interesting that people know what they're talking about, and I pay attention, and after the video is over, I still couldn't tell you what any of it means.
Yeah, so I'm the same way.
It's like people
so
teaching.
Interesting.
It's like people are supposed to like teach music theory this way, and I'm not following any of it, but I still like watching it.
The reason I feel more confident, not fully confident, but more confident in my ability to learn music, is because the way I learn things is from experiencing it and just figuring it out.
That's
on my
probably
own.
what it is.
And I've recently been put in a situation working with a musician for a project.
I know who it is.
I'm working with a musician for a project just to practice like doing future music stuff for like do-gooders and future projects. And he has done so much to help me understand and help me be a part of the process, which gave me a good enough understanding that I feel good enough that I can sort of buy a cheap keyboard and learn from messing around with it from experience. That's why I'm doing this topic now. I wouldn't have done this topic a few weeks ago because I would not have had any confidence in my ability to even begin to learn music. But now that I've gotten my foot in the door, I think all I need now is the obligation to learn music, which is now Arcanex.
I didn't even think about that. Wow. Yeah, so that's like the three of us we're all going choosing different things.
Can I set my thing to be the thing that I can't say?
Yeah,
well,
that's fine.
that's also fair.
Yes. I forget. I don't know if it's on Arcanex, but someone asked me I think it was Ventus. Was like, might have been Wushi. They're like, "When's your next video?" I was like, "August." Like, why August? I said this a month ago. And I was like, that's because it's 6 months away. It was February when I said it. And I was like, I have 6 months to like set up this new stuff and work on this new thing and start a new channel. And then the first video, hopefully, will come out in August. And actually, I started out like figuring. So I started Monday. Like
You started.
the first day. I was like, I sat down and like tried to advance this new channel, and so we're moving. Things are moving along, but actually I had to put that on pause because I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, I actually noticed this and was going to bring this up to you as a, hey Wacko, guess what? In case you didn't know, because I've reminded you on several occasions before you hit this milestone.
I never forgot. It was always in the back of my mind. I'm like, I hope I do not hit 1,000. My plan for like the second half of 2025 was that I'm quitting in December, and I'm like, I hope I don't hit 1,000 subscribers, because 3 years ago, in like April, I think 2022, I can double check, I posted on Twitter and I pinned it saying that if I ever got to 1,000 subscribers, that I would make a video I'd make an ASMR video. And now I have 1,000 subscribers. And as a man of my word, I now have to make an ASMR video. And so, for the first time in like multiple months, I was scripting yesterday. And before this video, I recorded the video. This video is happening.
Let's go.
Coming out on April 1st. It's not a great video. It's not one of my favorites. It's kind of just like repurposing an old script and a few things I wanted to talk about. And then I'm just like putting in some ASMR jokes and references and stuff like that. So hopefully it's entertaining. It's not gonna be a masterpiece. It'll be fun.
Wait,
And I'm thinking back. I get to like do one last charade.
I didn't realize you were. I thought you were going to do like the very stereotypical ASMR style of just making random sounds or whatever. I'm not. I don't know, but I didn't realize you were going to do just a regular video just whispering.
It's gonna be a regular video but whispering, and there's gonna be like specific points where I do things like trying to be ASMR like at one point I cut away and I'm just eating and I'm like, yep, that's an ASMR thing. So a few things like that I've tried to make it make sense. It doesn't really I'm just trying to like force two videos to combine, and whatever, I don't care. I get to throw one extra script in, hopefully
the true wacko finale.
Yes. And technically, it makes sense in the lore. Because, I don't know if you know this in the Wacko lore, but in the lore, as it ends, if you don't know, the episode in November, the video on first-person shooters, Wacko dies, and then, like, Wyatt, unwackified, comes out. And, the reason they're able to defeat Wacko is because they stressed him out enough and made him go nuts enough about ranting about nonsense that he was so overwhelmed and stressed that he became weaker and they could kill him. That's why they kept getting him into stupid arguments, because it made him weaker. And so when it ends, the next video, I'm talking about my favorite game. You know, calm, happy, not irritated, not complaining. The next video, it's ASMR, calm, collected. It's figure ourselves. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. The video topic isn't very calm, but it's still ASMR. So shut up. Do what I want.
Well, I'm very excited for that, and I'm also very excited to find out what your secret skill is. I wasn't. To be honest, I was kind of expecting you guys to not want to participate, and I'd just be learning music over a year, and you guys would just. No.
I'm gonna learn how to walk in a straight line.
What I was not expecting was someone having a secret skill that they were learning for this topic. So I'm very excited. And I was expecting Simon Cat to say blender. So
yeah.
He had something to say. So that's good. I was right
that
on the
was
money.
so predictable.
Well, in August, when my secret skill is revealed,
Oh, am I here?
will jump in and ask you guys how your secret skills are. Well, not secret, but your skills are developing.
Great. Simon Cat's gone. He's back.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you guys again.
Wonderful.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Well, that was my super special topic.
Hello there.
I wasn't expecting it to fill up too much time, but I had to squeeze it in there.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
You know,
Fun time.
It'll be more
there's-
interesting in a year.
there was something I was going. There was something else I was going to say, and then I forgot what that was.
Cool. Oh, Wacko. What are you thinking, man?
Huh?
What are you thinking? What's going through your head?
I'm thinking that I'm trying to figure out what I can do this Saturday.
What can you do this Saturday?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. Whooshy. Then you interrupted me rudely.
I'm not doing anything Saturday.
See, this is my problem. This is my problem. You know, this Saturday I don't have to work, right? And so the smart idea would be, oh, I should work on this video that I now have promised publicly on Arcanex with a release date. I should work on that so it can get done on time. But then my first thought is, oh, I wonder if Haley's free. I wonder if we could go like do something, or oh, I wonder if I could go ice skating, or oh, I wonder if I could. And I'm like, why am I like this? Why am I trying to like not do important stuff and instead just be social? And it's because it's more fun.
There are some areas where I kind of wish I could just stop myself from thinking about projects I could be working on and just allow myself to enjoy hanging out with people, because there are a lot of moments where I'm just like, yeah, but I really want that extra little bit of time to work on my thing. And it's unfortunate because I like being with people. I like talking to people. I like hanging out with people. But I get so stressed out about what I'm not getting done every single day.
there is a last night. I'm not at work. I'm at home because I didn't work last night. And then I get a call from these two girls. There's this girl named Mackenzie who I go to church with, and she now works with me, and her friend Alyssa. And they were both working last night. And they tried to call Mackenzie's boyfriend, and he did not answer because he's cooler than them. And they're like, oh, we'll call Corbin instead because he's boring and he's our second choice. And I was very offended by that. But they called me because they were bored. And I was like, yo, what's up? And they were like, hey, we're going to Waffle House. You want to go? And I'm like, yeah, I want to go to Waffle House. It's 10:30 at night. Of course I'm going to Waffle House. But I'm like, I asked them. I say, hey, are you actually going to Waffle House or are you joking? And they go, no, we're actually going to Waffle House. And I'm like, you're sure? You're sure not going to, like, pull the rug out from under me and say that it was just a joke after I get to Waffle House? They're like, no, we're actually going. I'm like, okay. So I get up.
Oh, no.
Put on clothes. I get in the car. I start driving. And then they go, hey, we're just kidding. We're not going to Waffle House. And I'm like, I'm already on the way. Why have you done this to me? And then I'm like, where do you live? And then she tells me her address. I'm like, I'm coming to your house because I'm going somewhere because I'm already left. And then she was like, please do not go to my house. And then I did not. But I did go to Waffle House alone. And then I got there and I called Haley. I'm like, Haley, you want to go to Waffle House? And she's like, no. I'm like, what?
I'm waiting.
And then I just ate. I just ate Waffle House alone. And it was fun. I got to talk with the Waffle House workers because they've gotten to know me because I go to Waffle House too much. So there's just this one guy that works there. His name's Damien. Cool name. He made fun of me the whole night. But that was cool.
You are a very different person than I am, Wacko. I've turned around the moment I find out nobody's going to Waffle House.
Yeah.
See, instead, I ate Waffle House, then called Haley after. I was like, hey, I'm bored. Do you want to do something? She's like, no. I'm like, is Sammy there? Can I go say hi to Sammy? He's like, no, Sammy's in town. I'm like, can you tell me where he's at? She's like, yeah. And I just go find him. She's like, why are you here? It was fun. That's all I did.
Reminds me of the time we were. I
never need to go out of my way to talk to people. It just happens. So if I go out of my way to do it, it just feels like I'm spending that time not working on my and it's kind of a bad, it's not a good thing that I feel that way, but that is sort of how I just feel like if I'm going out of my way, I'm not being productive enough.
Yeah, that reminds me of the time we were you, Smash Max, and I were waiting outside of Waffle House for Lemlington. He just pulled up, and we were trying to get Smash Max to hide behind the car.
Because he didn't know Smash Max was going to be there. We were like, don't tell him Smash Max is here. He'll have to like jump out and be like surprised. And as we're talking about that, he pulls up and was like, "This me!" As we're talking about it. It was great.
That makes me wonder how like what he was feeling in that moment, because I haven't had that surprise moment of like, wow, someone you didn't think was going to be here is here, but now I've got to like somehow kidnap Scone and don't tell Smash Max, Brandon, or Sten for the Canada trip.
You can kidnap me.
That's how I can
surprise Canada trip.
Or kidnap Wushi. That's Wushi, a little bit more out of the way.
This is a strange episode.
I've opened up my heart in this.
I don't know
episode.
about strange. Something about it is just, this episode has its own identity.
Let's just upload this on a separate channel without the Arcanex branding.
It's not that different of an identity.
I think there's another episode I would like to do that for. That is already up.
Technically, we've already done that with an episode. It's called the Not a Fishing Podcast.
No, that's still on the Arcanex channel. It's just called something else.
I know.
Yeah, no, it still has to be. I mean, we plan to another episode to do in the distant future. So it's probably about as Arcanex as it gets.
Yeah. I'm beginning. Yes, I am beginning to make plans. I'm in the early stages of planning episode 67. I'm in the early stages of planning.
6, 7.
No.
See, that's an episode that I want to put on a different channel. I'm ashamed of dude, Wacko, I never.
That's
told
what
you
I was
this.
referring to.
I got in trouble for that episode.
Wait,
because
really?
it wasn't funny. My
What?
the episode where you did like the 6, 7 out of the Arcanex logos. My buddy Nick. I got in trouble with my buddy Nick because that episode wasn't funny.
Wait, the Nick who was on the show?
Yeah.
You got in trouble?
Yeah, you didn't like it.
Well, tough luck, Nick. I didn't ask. Jeez. 6, 7.
Hey, this is my episode. I
love
can fix
6,
it.
I love 6, 7 so much. It's so stupid. And everyone hates it. It's so funny every time.
I think
there were some
I think
good.
like my
there were,
my distinction where like the stupid stuff that I find funny is the stupid stuff that not the entire world is repeating over and over again.
Well,
I think there were
you say
some
a
funny
stupid thing
things
and
said in
laugh,
that
and everyone
episode.
looks at you like.
I was just saying. I think there were some funny things said in that episode.
Oh, there were plenty.
There's a lot of funny things. I'm not saying 6, 7. But like Woosh, you say a dumb funny thing and you laugh because it's dumb funny, and everyone looks at you like you're an idiot,
That's
right?
true.
Like, why is he laughing at it? It's stupid. I say 6, 7, and I laugh because it's stupid, and everyone looks at me with pure hatred in their eyes, and that makes me laugh so much more. And they're just like, "No, please stop!" And it's great. I love it.
Wacko, I understand where you're coming from. Okay. I've just heard it from too many other. If it was only you saying it, I would love it. Okay. But I guess if I loved it, then it wouldn't be quite as funny to you. So, you probably wouldn't say it around me anymore.
6, 7.
Yeah.
I love it so much. There's this one lady on Instagram, who keeps sending me 6, 7 memes, and every time I see them, this is the new best video on the internet. Nope, it's topped by the next one she sends me, and it's now affected my Instagram reel, so I'm just getting 6, 7.
You know what Dangus gets in his Instagram
And
reels?
it's always funny.
Dangus, the algorithm is really really good, so it knows exactly what you want. He keeps getting like poop videos of gorillas pooping and like throwing poop, and he laughs and likes it every time, and he keeps getting more. Then
That's
he
good.
sends it to me, and I laugh too.
I remember this feels like the prehistoric era of just stupid things that everyone keeps repeating on Instagram. I remember Wacko sent me that reel that was like, what's a bird to a plane? What's a hawk to a and I and I laughed. I found that funny because it was not instilled. It was not instilled in me that this it would that those sorts of things had not started to become unfunny yet. I think 6, 7 is where it crossed the line.
I became an old crap long ago. My friend group started being Scrooges about modern memes like ever since like the Among Us thing with like the
that band 6 years ago.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah. But I think if it gets old enough, I think if it becomes outdated enough, I'll start to find it funny. I think 10 years from now, I might start to open my my heart to 6-7, assuming nobody's saying it at that point.
We should continue to bring back a epic fail. We should talk like millennials.
Yeah,
and that can be our
epic
bit.
fail is funny. It's funny. Those are funny words.
The best radical, the best 6-7 videos you can find are when parents are rage baiting their children by saying 6-7. And there's this one video of like this mom and her like son taking a shower, and he's like, "Oh, I like being in the shower. It's hot water." And she goes, "Yeah, you must like it. You've been in there for like 6-7 minutes." And he goes, "Mom!" it's great.
I think the only 6-7 adjacent joke I've ever laughed at was like a picture. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast or if it's just something I say to people in general. It was. Do you think 68 feels like this? And it was a picture of Greg Heffley between two weird kids.
I remember it was not like everyone tends to go with the group when it comes to these sorts of things, because I remember lasagna, right? Every new internet thing that the kids keep saying is I hear about first from him. My very first time hearing someone describe anything as cooked was on my live stream when lasagna started saying it. So I remember and he had the same reaction. Like 6-7 is too much even for me, because he was the same. I guess it explains the way that he is explained a lot by the fact that by how much time he spends in the Jax Films community.
Oh yeah, I remember one of the before I was even like good friends with you. I was watching a Yai, and I saw like a profile picture and a name that matched up with someone in the Simon Cat server, and I was like,
yeah.
Isn't that familiar?
it's from Simon Cat. But yeah, I remember he had this one. I don't know if it was viral now, but it was this post that was like Hawk Tua is the most unfunny thing I have ever heard. And then he like quote posted it like a year later saying, "If only you knew the person you would become," which is accurate.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Well, we've talked about that for enough for the whole rest of the show.
6-7.
We've talked about this for 2 episodes now. That is enough.
Yeah, that's plenty. We're gonna go ahead and put an end to that series of episodes and leave it in the past, and that's that's that.
Delete the 6-7.
Yeah, delete it.
Actually, we have to bring it back when Simon Cat dies.
When he dies.
Well, I won't be there to
Oh, yeah.
to delete it again, I guess.
Darn. So after Simon Cat dies, we'll just do 6-7.
Oh,
Simon Cat's
I don't think we talked about this on the podcast. There was this hilarious story of when we were Wacko was trying to show Wushi the thumbnail for that episode. Because what you see as the background was initially supposed to be the thumbnail, and then he was trying to show it, and Wushi was like, oh, and some reaction that that showed disapproval, and then we were trying to like wait, it changed. Wait, who changed it? Because it just changed to this image of Wacko from Mr. Beast. And we were trying to figure out who changed it. Yeah, it was Smash Max, because he was also in the call with us, and he just did it silently because he also saw what it was.
Too many people have the login for this stupid thing. Break all of my thumbs.
I think just that one is fine.
Wacko maybe spent 3 hours making it, but who
You did not spend 3 hours making that.
I did not. It took me like 10 minutes to do that. But still.
3 hours making that thumbnail. That you have to see for like the entire episode.
Well, you don't get to see.
If you spent 3 of your valuable hours on that, I think I would kick you off the show and replace you with Ventus.
With Ventus.
You see. Shut. No. Oh wait, I can mention that Stone released an album.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did. It's really good. I love it. I love it a lot.
Have you seen the artwork for it?
Yeah, I know who made it. I read that.
Who was
It
it?
was you. It was Wacko.
It was me. I had to make that in private and then tell no one about it, and I was very proud of it.
Dude,
It looked stupid.
it was-
I'm still like, yeah.
That's one of those really cool things where it's like, wow, this is album art like kind of like any other. I wasn't used to seeing. Okay, what I'm saying, I'm very used to seeing just cool art for stuff like this that's filled with like a ton of references to various things that are related. I'm not used to all of those fun references and this fun art being about our dumb inside jokes.
Yeah, there's some. They had the cow. There was like a Munchlax, I think, which is that's self-explanatory. There's
I'd have
a
to
bunch of
look
cool
at it.
Stuff. That's all
I'm
I
not looking at
remember
it
is those
right
two
now, but
things.
there was a lot of really cool stuff.
There's Simon Cat in front of his car. There's Balls 3D. There's Muggery. There's Stripper Lake. There's
Muggery.
There's just me and Stone in the background. There's a lamp from Ghost Trick. There's
Does
a
it have the
Fox
Smash
Flag,
Max
there's
picture?
a
Does it have the
Robo.
one that I thought was a beautiful snowy landscape?
The mug.
Okay.
It has the branded picture with all
Oh, well,
of
that's the next best thing.
all of the signatures on it. It has a cow outside. It has a flower from Undertale. It has what is it called? What's it called?
You drew it and you don't know what it's called?
I know what it is. I Face Blaster.
Oh, I thought I thought
What's it
this was
called?
like
Face
not a
Blaster?
reference to Face Raiders.
Face Raiders. It's got a Face Raiders on the 3DS. It's got a Kingdom Hearts sword. And a hidden detail that I wasn't supposed to add, but I added it anyway. Is in the carpet has this repeating design, but one of these designs is actually the Wacko logo.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
That's cool.
Exactly. Exactly.
See, Waka, something that I noticed about your art is that it registers in my head as like sloppily drawn, but something about it like feels better than other sloppily drawn artwork. I don't know. It feels like something that was intentionally sloppily drawn by someone who knows how to draw, even though you don't know how to draw. It's really weird.
It's
really bizarre.
I know,
but it's a very
picturing-
charming style. I like your art.
Picturing what it looked like in just in my head right now, like it looks like someone who definitely knows the basics of drawing, and it's like not. I get what she's saying. It looks like sort of an in between of something that's traditionally low effort and just like the Peanut style. I don't know. Like especially the house. Like that was like the way the interior looked. It's pretty cool.
Uh-huh. I will pretend like this is compliment.
What?
I think
Pretend?
It's a good thing.
Pretend it was a compliment.
I don't know how to take it, but I'll accept
I
this
think
compliment.
I know you have your secret thing that you wanna pursue and learn instead over the year, but I think that you should do more art and just do it casually for fun, because that's how you get better at it.
Most likely.
You definitely should, because if you just keep doing it, then you're eventually just gonna be good at it, and you won't even notice that you got good at it until you're good at it.
Eventually, you'll be good at it. Bushi,
It's how it works. That's at least how I've gotten good at everything I'm good at,
That's
just by mindlessly doing it until I was good at it.
That's how I get good at everything.
Yeah, I mean, that is interesting because I made like 50 videos, and there was improvement over those 50 videos, but the biggest improvement didn't happen until I met people who yeah, whatever the term. I met
Encourage?
I met people who were like, who made stuff that was cool, and I was paying attention to how because I knew them and they were making the thing.
Inspired?
Well, partially inspired, but I was like learning from them, and it's weird because I don't tend to easily learn as much from just watching random YouTube videos from people I don't know, but yeah, it's like,
I think if someone that you if you don't know them, it's like, oh yeah, that's just like a thing that people can do, like, or like that's like, oh, like they did it because they're like professionals. But if your friend does it, you're like, oh yeah, that's just a thing. You can just
Yeah,
do
that's a
that.
really good way to put it. When you know someone who does something, it really sets in just how possible it is to do. It really registers.
yeah, because I'm glad that, like, who would have known that being in a social community full of people who are some of which are very, very good at editing will actually improve your editing. You're like, oh wow, I actually know what I'm doing now.
Yeah, and there is that aspect too. You know, I obviously can't take all the credit for like learning what I know. You know, I needed tutorials, I needed advice, I needed all that fun stuff. You know, nobody learns anything entirely. No one is fully self-taught.
Everyone learns through YouTube tutorials.
Kids don't
Everyone
know.
learns through YouTube tutorials.
Yeah. But it's just a process of like being inspired, knowing what you want your thing to look like, and just pursuing it looking like that until it looks how you want it to look, through tutorials and just looking things up as you get stumped. I've been using controversial statement. I've been asking AI for Blender advice recently, and a lot of the time it just makes stuff up. But if you keep narrowing down your problem, you'll eventually actually find a solution. And I think that's a good example of you know, a way to use AI that isn't terrible.
That is
doesn't suck.
that is interesting, because I was because I have so very much never actually used AI to the point where I just assume the first thing it spits at you is all it's capable of.
Yeah, you
No,
really
we'll
have
say,
to
if
narrow
you
down the
ask it-
problem, but if there's not a tutorial for it, it
If
works.
you ask it, like, if you say what is 9 plus 10, and you ask it 20 times, it's gonna give you 20 different answers.
Well, no, it's not. So let's say I have a problem on Blender, right? Let's say I want to make. So there's a problem I've been running into recently in the compositing tab, where I want the sun to glow a certain way and I want every other glowing object to glow another way. But when you do go in the compositing tab and you set it to glow a certain way, everything glows that way. So I couldn't find any tutorials. I didn't know how to word it. I just worded the specific issue to AI, and they gave me a bunch of stupid stuff, and I was like, that's not the problem. What you're making things up. This is my specific issue, and I'm using this update. And you just have to keep feeding it more information about your situation, and eventually it's so narrowed down that it has no choice but to give you the correct solution.
Did you hear that you can break ChatGPT for asking for a seahorse?
No? What is this?
Because ChatGPT, the way that like AI is designed, is it's not designed with knowledge. It's designed with like figuring out what's most commonly going to happen next, which is why it's used for like predicting like numbers and analytics or whatever. But with language, it's very complicated, and so when it starts a sentence, it doesn't make a sentence by knowing what it's saying. It makes a sentence by figuring out the words it's previously said and then predicting what the most likely next word would be, given the context. And so, it will make stupid sentences if it is studying stupid sentences. And like the way that ChatGPT is programmed is it studies all of the internet basically, or a ton of it. And one thing on the internet is Reddit, and there are these Reddit posts of people talking about emojis. And they're like, I'm pretty sure there was like this emoji and it's gone. It must be a Mandela effect. It never existed. Ooh. And so because of that, like a ton of people in the comment section are saying, oh yeah, I remember that there was a seahorse emoji. Seahorse emojis did exist. And so if you ask ChatGPT, ChatGPT says, oh yeah, there is a seahorse emoji. Here it is. But then it can't send it to you because it isn't there. It doesn't exist. But it doesn't know that because the information that's been given is that it does exist. So it says it exists, tries to give it to you, gives you the wrong emoji, goes, oh no, that's not the right emoji, then gives you another wrong emoji, and then just like spams emojis until it decides that it doesn't make any sense and it has like a heart attack and stops responding.
That's cool.
Because it doesn't know what to do.
I think now that I'm really going into my memory, I think the only time I can remember using one of those AI, like I guess chatbots is the term, is like asking like Grok, do you know who Z Gamer Guys is, or something like that.
Did it?
That was my
It
only
did not.
real experience.
Well, actually, I think
time.
it did after I like asked it the same thing, the exact same question like 3 times. I said, "Oh, okay, never mind. I do know who Z Gamer Guys is."
Sometimes you have to pry it out of them.
Hey Siri, who is Z Gamer Guys?
Siri's gonna tell you its address.
Do you want me to use?
Yeah, use ChatGPT. Thinking. Oh, it's not gonna read it out loud because I interrupted it. ChatGPT says, "I'm sorry, but I couldn't find information on the Gamer Guys." No, not the Gamer Guys. No. Hey Siri. What is Z Gamer Guys? Something I have like a German accent. Z Gamer Guys. It's not even answering. Why did you stop talking? Never mind.
You can break AI with Z Gamer Guys.
Well,
New AI.
Well, there was the time we were laughing about Ventus having he has Alexa, and it'll say, Alexa, who is Z Gamer Guys? And then Alexa will respond saying, Z Gamer Guys is a Super Mario Maker 2 channel. Which is just like...
What?
He's made, like, what, 2 videos
Hey, Siri.
on that game?
What is Z Gamer
Z
Guys?
Gamer Guys.
Z Gamer Guys is a social media account on the GIF creation.
that tracks.
That's actually
true.
amazing.
Tell me more.
That's actually amazing because like
Z Gamer Guys is a YouTube channel created by George Dorr.
Yo.
The channel features video game reviews and other content related to gaming. This is from fandom.com.
Yo, thank you, Siri. That was the best thing.
That's incredible because yeah, he is quite prevalent on Tenor. He is quite prevalent on Tenor.
He is, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Ah, there it is. There's the art. There's Balls 3D. Shrimper Lake is wearing the Smash Max shirt.
Yeah.
Well, we've been at it for an hour and 40 minutes. You think it's a decent time to wrap things up? We've been going.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, my dad made brownies.
Yeah.
At 9? At 9?
At night?
Night? No.
At night?
9.
Oh,
No, I don't.
No, he made them like 30 minutes
Oh.
ago, and he's like, "Hey, like, I can tell you exactly
What?
what he texted me." He texted me
Okay,
at 8:22. Brownies just came out the oven.
what accent is like noi? Like, I don't even know. And usually I'm pretty good with this.
The only thing I can think of is tonight is a night I will fall for you over again. I'll just look at what that accent is.
Oh, is it? Oh, it sounds kind of like Australia.
Yeah, Australians what tonight.
Yeah,
Australians,
yeah.
with a thick enough accent, they'll definitely pronounce it that way.
That's the thing that that just jumps to my mind. Like, all right.
Oh, my brownie snoy.
Personality.
Oi.
The band that sung that is an American rock.
It's an American accent.
Sung?
From California.
Californian accent.
Well,
Yeah, apparently Californians say "noi." Noi is a noi. I will fall for you.
you know, that's definitely
I'm
I'm a
Australian.
brownie snoy.
I mean,
Fresh out the oven.
Made
Fresh out the
brownies.
bloody oven.
Whoa, Whoosh, you can't say that. That's
Do
bad.
Australians say that, or is that just British people?
No, Australians say bloody too.
Okay.
Hey, you can't say it again. That's a
No,
bad
I said
word.
it I said it in my accent, not in an Australian accent, so it was okay.
So I can say hell like I'm talking about a place.
Yeah?
Well, that only works if you say it in a British
What if it-
accent.
So I'm gonna stop before I say. It. Are we going
Yeah,
tonight?
that was episode, whatever Wacko said, of Arcanex.
36.
That was episode 36 of Arcanex. Had a great time with my friends today, with these gentlemen. I hope you guys did as well. We will see you in a year when we've learned our special skills. This show is on a year hiatus.
Top
we are
10!
not going to upload until we have mastered our skills.
Special skills! Number
Special
8 will
skills.
shock you!
And after we master them, we're gonna get a cutie mark on our hips that represent our skills. Simon Cat's gonna get a 3D cube. I'm gonna get a musical note, and Wacko is going to get whatever he is working on.
A high five.
Wacko's gonna get a high five tattoo on his hip. We're all gonna get cutie mark tattoos.
I'm getting a tattoo.
We're getting
I
cutie mark
missed that
tattoos.
word. Hold up.
That represent.
Hold.
what
I'm
we've-
not a minor.